The three backbenchers and the scary smile of Miss Laraib, Maloo, Anuu, and Eshuu were not troublemakers by choice. They were backbenchers by destiny. Every classroom has a front row full of serious students with neat notebooks and raised hands. And then there's the backbench, the land of whispers, doodles, shared snacks, and silent laughter. In Class 9 of Sunrise Girls' School, the backbench belonged to three girls who ruled it like queens. Maloo was the dreamer. She stared out of windows more than she stared at books, imagining stories in the clouds. Anuu was the talker, quick jokes, faster laughter, and zero volume control. Eshuu was the emotional one, sensitive but secretly strong, the kind who felt everything deeply but hid it behind shy smiles. Together, they were unstoppable. And together, they were terrified of one person, Miss Laraib. Miss Laraib was the kind of teacher whose footsteps alone could silence an entire class. She wore perfectly ironed clothes, carried a register like it was a weapon, and had eyes that could spot a whisper from the back row without even turning around. "Good morning, class," she would say. "Good morning, Miss Laraib," the class replied in a scared chorus. From the backbench, Maloo would whisper, "Why does she shout good morning like it's bad news?" Anuu would bite her sleeve to stop laughing. Eshuu would already be praying. Miss Laraib taught English. Ironically, the subject Maloo loved but feared answering in class because Miss Laraib never accepted half answers. "If you don't know, don't guess," Miss Laraib would say sharply. "But Miss," Anuu once whispered, "guessing is half of life." That day Anuu was sent to stand outside. The announcement that changed everything one ordinary morning, Miss Laraib walked in with a strange expression. Not angry, not scary, quiet. "Girls," she said, "our school is shifting to a new campus next month." The classroom exploded. "New building? Bigger ground? New canteen?" Maloo's eyes sparkled. "New memories," she whispered. But Eshuu felt her chest tighten. New place meant change. And change scared her more than Miss Laraib. Miss Laraib raised her hand. Silence returned instantly. "You will behave properly. New campus means new discipline." From the backbench, Anuu muttered, "So, same fear, new walls?" Last days at the old campus, the last month in the old campus was emotional. The cracked walls, the squeaky fans, the bench where Maloo had carved a tiny heart, everything felt alive. During lunch break, the three girls sat on the stairs. "I'll miss this place," Eshuu said softly. Anuu rolled her eyes. "I'll miss the bell. It saved me from homework more than once," Maloo smiled. "I'll miss being scared here." They laughed, but deep down they all felt it. Growing up was happening whether they liked it or not. On the last day, Miss Laraib surprised everyone. She said, "This building saw you grow. Respect memories." Maloo blinked. Did Miss Laraib just get emotional?" Anuu whispered, "Quick, write this moment in history." The first day at the new campus was huge. White walls, glass windows, clean floors that looked too perfect to walk on. Maloo looked around in awe. "I feel like I'm in a movie," Anuu grinned. "Yeah, horror movie." "Miss Laraib is still here." Eshuu clutched her bag tightly. The classrooms were bigger, but something felt missing. The warmth, the noise, the old comfort. Miss Laraib entered their new class and looked around carefully. "New place," she said. "Same rules?" Groans echoed silently in hearts. "Backbench?" "Still there's—" But now they felt smaller in the big room. Funny failures and new friends. The first week was chaos. Anuu raised her hand accidentally while stretching and got called to read aloud. She panicked and read the paragraph like a news reporter on fast forward. Miss Laraib stared. "Slow down," she said. "Yes, miss," Anuu replied, slowing down so much that even the fan sounded impatient. Maloo dropped her notebook once and the sound echoed like thunder in the silent class. Miss Laraib turned slowly. Maloo whispered, "I swear even gravity hates me." Eshuu tried to answer a question, but her voice shook. Miss Laraib watched her closely. Instead of scolding, she said, "Take a breath. Start again." The class was shocked. The backbenchers were shocked. Eshuu smiled nervously and answered correctly. That day something shifted. The day of tears one afternoon, Maloo scored low in a test. She had tried so hard. When she saw the red marks, her eyes filled. She hid her face. Anuu noticed first. "Oi, don't cry, we'll blame the pen." Eshuu held her hand. Miss Laraib noticed too. After class she called Maloo. Maloo expected a lecture. Instead, Miss Laraib said quietly, You have ideas, but you rush. Don't waste your talent sitting at the back. Maloo's tears fell anyway, not from fear, from feeling seen. The backbenchers grow weeks passed. The new campus slowly became home. Maloo started writing better. Anuu learned when to joke and when to stop. Eshuu raised her hand more often, her voice stronger each time. They still sat at the back, still whispered, still laughed, but now they also listened. One day, Miss Laraib announced a class presentation. Groans everywhere. Anuu whispered, "We're dead." Maloo smiled. "Maybe not." They prepared together. Late messages, practice sessions. Laughter turning into seriousness. On presentation day, their hands shook, but they did it. When they finished, the class clapped. Miss Laraib nodded. "Good," she said. From her, that word meant everything. The realization on the last day of the term, Anuu said, "You know, Miss Laraib isn't scary anymore." Eshuu nodded. "She just wants us to be better." Maloo smiled softly. "And we needed someone like her." Miss Laraib walked past and paused. "You three," she said. Backbenchers don't stay back forever. They watched her leave. For the first time, they weren't scared. They were grateful. Ending the new campus didn't change them overnight, but it shaped them. The backbench was still their place, but now it wasn't a hiding spot. It was where three girls learned that fear can become respect, jokes can turn into confidence, and emotions can become strength. And somewhere between laughter, tears, and Miss Laraib's strict voice, Maloo, Anuu, and Eshuu grew up.